Greetings from hell, my sizzling sinners. Today we are fully in hell. Because you want to know why? It's Unholy Encounters time with your host, Samar Hexed D'Angelo. And our guest today is a demonic sister of mine, a champion alternative level makeup artist, and the sweetest friend I could ask for. And I love her for it. Sapphirah Cyte.
Hi,
Or
close,
wait,
close.
she
That's
changed
it.
her name. It's just changed to Cyrus. No, that was a joke. That was a
I mean,
joke.
it's the full. I mean, I guess if you get the full name in there, you're not too far off.
Well, how are you feeling, Enchantress?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling lovely. I'm feeling seductive, feminine, all the adjectives.
You're living your full truth and freedom now, so you got to.
I am. I am. It's been a good time.
Which we'll get into in a little bit later too.
Ooh, exciting. No pressure.
So now I know you've been painting the town red, literally, but tell me, what sinfully stunning look is it serving today? Give me the look, give me the deets.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if we're getting sinfully stunning tonight. I had a photo shoot earlier, so I'm kind of like have my photo shoot outfit under. It's like a Juicy Couture bra, and then I'm just wearing my denim. You might recognize it from the Mystic tournament. Oh, I went blurry, but
Was that the
just like
Cinderella one?
yeah, this was my Western Cinderella dress, and then my Juicy Couture hat.
I love it though. I will
Thank
say I
you.
will say this look is giving me very like it's giving very Melbourne where you're from.
Yeah, clock
Yeah.
it, clock it.
Yes.
I was trying to go for like trailer park on the lake type of vibe, you know?
Mhm.
That was the aesthetic today.
Well, we're saying it. But Sapphira, I want to say I have to ask this question. You've been lighting up Orlando like a cursed disco ball, but you're actually from, and spooky fans, if you don't know this, my friend that I met is actually from Melbourne. But how does it feel going home after work working with so many of the freakiest icons that we know today?
Depressing. Um, depressing as fuck, actually. No, I mean like I have like a really weird love-hate relationship with Melbourne. It's genuinely like one of the craziest things. It's like when I leave, I realize how much I hate
Mhm.
it. But then when I'm here, I'm like, no, like I am pretty content here. Like it's really not too bad. Um, I would say it is honestly, yeah, it is kind of depressing, like working with so many like amazing and great artists. Sorry, my friend's
Mhm.
handing me my charger.
No, you're
Um,
good.
it is kind of depressing, like working with so many like cool artists and then coming home where like I am pretty much the last standing drag queen. I think there might be like one more that's local to here, and then a
Mhm.
drag king, and that's pretty much it, you know. And then my style of drag, I also just feel like is not in Melbourne at all. So
So
it's,
is it more in the Tampa or the Orlando scene? Where do you think you fit in there? Because I know you go to Tampa too.
um, if I had to pick between the two, I would probably say the Tampa scene. I
Hmm.
definitely feel like they have a bigger alternative scene, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, maybe now more so Orlando. I'm not gonna lie, I've been having a really good time with like Bad Pup Rocky and Amnesia and Anesthesia. So honestly, maybe the Orlando scene as of lately. It's been fun.
The spooky scene in Orlando that only
It's been
comes
a
out
good
once in a blue
time.
moon. There we
Yeah.
go. Okay, so we've set the stage, turned up the flames. So now I want to open the gates and step into where we find out where the truth burns and we get into some tea with Inferno Revelations. You ready?
I'm ready.
So, you helped found the House of Mystic Entertainment with your family, the original where you actually get the original name Paris Cyte from,
Hmm.
but it's an empire of weird, wicked, and wonderful, and you kept it going even
Emphasis on the
after
weird.
your mother, the icon herself, Paris Cyte, stepped away, one of my other favorite sites of them all. But what does it mean to carry that legacy forward? Like, do you feel her presence still?
Oh, absolutely. I definitely think I'm her daughter to like a T. Like I think when you view my aesthetic, my personality, there's always I feel a little hint of that like site lineage, you know what I mean?
Mm,
I guess carrying on like show running here, especially in a place like Melbourne. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of like I feel like venues kind of are expecting you to fail.
Yeah.
And thankfully, like with the shows I've done, I haven't had a low turnout rate, thankfully. It's a lot of pressure though, especially like as of just recently, I took a pretty long break from drag from like October up until a few months ago. I really didn't take any bookings or perform anymore, and so kind of coming back into show running again in Melbourne, it's a lot of pressure. It's a
I was about
lot
to
of
say, I
pressure.
think we talked about that when I saw you again at Savoy, I'm like, wait, Sapphirah's here?
I'm here. I'm here.
And I remember you taking like that time for yourself, which was of course needed because
It
I
was
know,
needed. Mental
yeah.
health's important, and mine was crumbling.
Well, like I always told you, I'm done to tell you, like I tell you all the time, I'm always here as a sister for you.
No, and I know, and I appreciate it. That's why I love running into like our little our drunken Savoy moments, our like drunken in the corner bar conversation.
Well, that's not like the nail polish remover we do with Jordan right there. And
Just a little. A little
just a
never hurt
little,
nobody.
yeah. So you even dragged the whole damn house to Pittsburgh, where your side sister Clitori Glamour is shaking things up. How does
She
it
actually,
feel?
by the way, goes by Viva now.
Viva now, so Viva
She did go through a
Glamour.
name change. Yeah, Viva Glamour now. Viva Glamour site, but yes.
So how does it feel expanding the house into another city with Viva?
It's so cool. Like honestly, like that's been one of my favorite things about my drag family is how much I get to travel. I've performed in Asheville, North Carolina, Brooklyn, New York, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I've performed all over Florida. It's really one of my favorite parts. I'm actually going to Asheville this Friday, and I'll be there this weekend with my drag aunts, Priscilla and Reptilian and Lolita.
Oh.
So I'm very excited for that.
And I know like probably when Paris gets more like stuff up there, that's probably gonna be another opportunity
Oh,
for
I will
you.
definitely be in Philly soon.
Yes.
I will be there. I sure will.
So you're the last, so we just talked about your last site standing in Melbourne, but let's talk truth. You're a proud trans woman, which I'm glad because when you told me, I was like, she's finally coming into her truth.
Hmm.
But you're lighting up every stage you touch. What has been that journey in drag and transhood? Where do those two paths like kiss and where they clash?
That's a good question because it was really difficult. I'm not gonna lie. It's a big reason as to like what inspired my name change from the beginning was that I was having a really hard time kind of differentiating my transhood
Hmm.
and my drag life, like being Sapphira 24/7 was really starting to clash with me.
Yeah.
And I also feel like it was taking away like the difference. Like I feel like people only ever viewed me as my drag caricature, which really that's what my drag is. It's a caricature of me. It's not actually me. It's someone that exists in my head that I brought into reality. So
Hmm.
that's really what inspired my name change was to kind of really get that separation. But it's
Because you
honestly
kind of
been
reinvented yourself, didn't you?
very much so. I definitely feel like I am completely different than I was a year, 2 years ago. I started transitioning about a little over a year now, and I think I'm a completely different person now than
Hmm.
I was back then, especially with the certain things that I was kind of going through at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was difficult at first. I do have to say, taking that break and really figuring out like what my aesthetic is, what I want to achieve, what I want to go for has really helped out a lot. And then, like I said, taking that break and really embracing who I am as a trans girl, like it was difficult at first, but now I feel like I found that happy medium. So it's been a lot less difficult now.
But it's like more of like the age of like discovery for you. You're
It
discovering
really
who you
was. It
are.
was like a whole transformation. Yeah, it brought new meaning to my 444 tattoo.
Well, leaving this off with two last questions. What advice would you give to a young trans performer who's just starting out and afraid they won't be accepted?
Um, I feel like that's almost everyone's fear. I definitely think that every entertainer kind of goes through that, and that's why my advice was kind of the same all around. Just do it. Just do it and be like obnoxious with it. At the end of the day, like it's your one life. Have fun. Who gives a fuck, you know? Just go for it. Go for it. What's stopping you? Someone's whispering about you in the corner. Okay, whisper back. Who cares? It's fine.
I will say what's iconic though is that both of two of my sisters have became trans now, and I will shout her out because I love her to death. Kalia,
Oh my
motherfucking
God,
Cage.
Kalia, I'm so happy for her. She kept telling like dropping little hints, and I would tell her all the time like you're just a little egg. You're gonna hatch soon. It's gonna happen.
And now she's starting to take hormones. That's what she
I
told me.
know.
And she's like, "Are you gonna?" I remember talking to her. She's like, "Are you gonna like be trans?" I'm like, "No,
She's gonna be Tranos.
it's always
She's
gonna
gonna
be
start
gender fluid
collecting the
for me."
dolls. She's gonna start collecting the dolls. Watch.
I was like, "I gotta be gender fluid. That's just me." Well, I want to say, is there a piece of your mother, Paris, that you still carry in your drag today?
Absolutely. I honestly, I think the biggest thing that really connects me in Paris is our makeup aesthetics.
Hmm.
We do very different mugs, but I feel like in family relation, you can kind of always tell, like, oh, they belong together. Like, oh, they're like the two peas in a pod type of vibe, you know?
It's the alternative. That's why we got a rep for alternative girlies over
You're
here.
right, you're right.
But I'm gonna say your drag isn't just art, it's alchemy. So what I want to do, I'm gonna play a little game I like to call Hexed and Enchanted. I've summoned some of your fiercest look from the IG Underworld, and I want you to spill the cauldron. Tell me what spell you were casting with the look, what mood possessed you that day, and be honest. Was it a serve or did it need an extra chant or two?
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Okay.
So I'm gonna take a quick pause right here so I can pull up and share. So let's get into this game. What about this one?
Okay, so this was okay for the memory's sake. I love this picture. This was my first time performing in Bushwick. It was at a place called Pink Metal. It was the open Bussy stage run by Zaddy Addy and Bussy. It's so lovely and so sweet to me.
Hmm.
This was not the look that I originally walked in with. This was actually my performance look, so it is. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit on the basic side. It is just a bodysuit, but that is also a Sasha Colby pony. So clock that.
But that
So
makeup and hair is eating though. That it
thank you.
is.
So I would have to say overall, like I still like this look. I still perform in this bodysuit. I think it looks nice on me, and I like my hair. I like my mug. Thankfully, because it was my first time somewhere, I like showed out on the mug. So
Hmm.
I'm vibing with it.
I will say this bodysuit makes you look cinch, which I like.
Thank you. Think I love the nude illusion. It's easy to perform in, and you know I do all the bendy shit. So
Yes. Well, then we have this one. I don't know why my computer is being slow, but we're gonna get through it. This one.
Okay, I also still love this look. I this was at the Arena Art Bar for when Miss Treehugga was doing the open stages. Misfits. I honestly love this look. I'm a big fan of pink. It's my favorite color. I feel like I'm pretty known for wearing a lot of pink. I'm
Hmm.
also in love with Juicy Couture. So I love the Juicy Couture. I love the pink. I love my hair. That is a red human unit, so custom color. And I honestly really like my mug. I don't do an all over black lip a lot. So I do. I like this look. I stand on it. I wish my leg tights were a little bit lighter, but other than that, I like this look. I think it's cute. I feel like that's pretty signature for me.
I was about to say, I think one look that really ties us all together is me and you love to wear red and black a lot.
No, red and black and pink, like red, black, pink. Those are like my three favorite colors to wear.
Mine are like the fire colors, so like more red, black, orange stuff, all that. So we have this one.
Okay, this one. So the photographer is Black Rose Photography, Morgan Lachade. Absolutely love,
We love
adore, a
Morgan.
master at his craft. Absolutely amazing. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like this look. It's one of those looks I look back at, and it was really me trying to like change my aesthetic when it isn't actually my aesthetic, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I love the hair. The hair was done by Showgirl Vanities. That was a custom color that I had her do for me. Custom updo. Love the color on me. Love my makeup. It's just not really me. It's just not me.
I
But
feel
I
that
do,
though.
it's like a cute look though. It's cutesy. It's just, it's
I
not my
feel like with
favorite.
this one, you look like you're about to go to a pageant though.
Yeah, this was around the time I was contemplating it. It is still something I like would love to dip into. Like I love doing glamour, but it's not my typical go-to vibe.
Hmm. See
I do
that
look good in red though. Oh
this
my
one.
goodness.
uh,
This was my first photo shoot with Morgan, Black Rose. This one I am gonna give a chop. Not because I don't like the look. I absolutely love the look. I love the dress on me. I love the pearls. I love the colors. I do not like my makeup. That was like my beginning, like mug. That was like me just now starting to do my Jester spikes. I do love the look, but my mug is a chop. I'm not feeling it.
Well, that's one's the shop.
The hair is another showgirl
The-
too. Oh,
I
this one
skipped
I
through. I'm
love.
sorry. I skipped
No,
through.
you're okay. You're okay. That was just my closing. This one I love. This was my birthday photo shoot last year, so me turning 24. The dress was done by my drag auntie, Jemiah Lewinsky.
Mhm.
And the hair is from Webster Wigs. I absolutely love this look. I'm still obsessed with it. I have it in my closet. I'm saving it for a good little event I want to wear it to. And fun fact, the dress actually comes off and it becomes a like cheetah print unitard.
Ooh.
Yeah, I love this look though. It was done by my Jemiah, and she is just an amazing seamstress.
Let's see. We have that one.
Oh, this one.
I remember this one.
Okay, this is another performance look that I wore. This was for Hellhound Entertainment, their communion shows that they do. This was my first time doing communion, and I like this look because like the middle unties, and I can do like a little titty reveal with like my pasties on.
Hmm.
I like this look. It is basic, but I mean, I look gorgeous. I look
I do love this look. It does look basic, but I will say I do give it a serve.
I think it's a serve. I stand by this one for what it's supposed to do.
Yes. Well, we have the last two on the table. One of my favorites is actually no. My one that's one of my favorites is actually gonna come up in the next two. So get ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's this
Oh,
one.
oh, I love that. I just did this photo shoot. This was with a new photographer that's actually here in Melbourne. Cue the views. Her name's Kayla, an absolute sweetheart. That's who I did my photo shoot with today too. I love this look. Again, it is more on the basic side. It's also I feel like it's a good representation of me though. A little trashy, a little glamorous. I love
Hmm.
that hair. The hair was done by my drag mother, Paris Cyte. She has a hair company, Parasitic Wigs. I love
We
this
gotta
look. I love the
represent
hair.
parasitic wigs too.
No, parasitic
Yes.
wig, she gets me correct. A lot of my hair is from Parasite, but
Both
I
of
love
both
this
of
look.
us.
No, both of us combined. No, I love this look. I love the mug. I love the hair. The unitard again, a little basic, but it's just kind of signature me. It's a little trashy, a little glamorous, a little sexy.
I will say I like this look too. If you give it a serve, I'll give it a serve for
I
you.
give it a serve. I'll give it a serve.
Okay, this one is my absolute favorite because when you posted this one, I was like, whoa.
Oh, my Starfire. I love this look. I am a huge nerd at heart. I feel like a lot of people don't know that about me. Until they figure out that I have like a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh monsters tattooed on me.
Hmm.
I'm a huge nerd, and Starfire. One of my first ever drag looks actually was inspired by Starfire. So this was kind of my recreation of that. The boa is by Amnesia Effects. It is such a cunt boa. It is 6 foot long. It is amazing. The hair is Webster Wigs again. I give this an absolute serve. I love this look.
Well, out of all of these looks, out of all of these eight looks, which one is your absolute favorite?
I would say this one right here. I do love this one. This one's probably my favorite right now.
So let's root for Starfire. We stop sharing. However, we've seen the looks, we felt the legacy, but now it's time to step into something deeper. We're opening the veil, pulling back the shadow, and stepping through the portals of time to see where it all began. Because behind every lash, every lip, every illusion is a journey. So, Sapphira, it's time to go into the Underworld Portals.
Let's go.
Let's go back to the very beginning. Who was little Sapphira before the drag, before the glamour? What kind of kid were you? Where did that magic show up early for you?
Um, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of a horrible kid. I got into a lot of trouble growing up. I was very angsty, very rebellious. I kind of went through that whole phase. I got exposed to drugs at a young age, drinking at a young age. I kind of just put myself through the ringer early on. It really wasn't until my adulthood that I kind of relaxed and kind of came more into myself.
Yeah.
Really, I think the magic happened in adulthood. Really, like growing up, I wasn't the best version of myself, and I feel
Hmm.
like a lot of people can relate to that with just aging, puberty, gender confusion, queer confusion, etc. I would say the magic really happened in adulthood. When I was younger, there wasn't too much that I had to look up to or to really put my creativity out there in a
Yeah.
healthy way. You know what I mean? But I tried to be good. I tried. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
No, it's okay because most of what I usually hear from the alternative like drag artists that I hang out with, we were rebels back then. We were emos
I
kids.
listen, I was a little punk kid, a little scene kid, just causing a wreck.
Yes. Well, when did you feel that spark of femininity, queerness, or otherness inside of you? And did you know it would someday become your power?
I say I felt it at a very young age. I always played in my mom's clothing, makeup, my grandma's jewelry from such a young age. Did I ever expect it to become my future? Honestly, no. I grew up in a pretty religious household when I was younger. I'm close with my parents, but it was really my grandparents. They were super religious, and because of that and our relationship, I never really thought I would let it come like fully out there,
Yeah.
honestly. I'm very thankful that I did, but yeah, I feel like I felt it my whole life, honestly.
Well, was there ever a moment and like so if we go back and we start talking about your coming out experience, what does that moment like look like for you? Because
I
not only did
actually
you come
never
out
came
once, but
I never actually came out either time. My parents found out that I was into when I was a twink, if you will. My parents met my first boyfriend when they were playing poker with their friends in the dining room, and I walked him in, and we were holding
Mhm.
hands. That's how they found that out. And then they found out that I was trans because I charged my estrogen to my dad's credit card, and like
Yeah.
3 months after I was transitioning chemically, he got his credit card statement and came up to me and was like, "What is this?" So I actually never came out. It was just kind of like a figure it out. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Well, that's good that you have like that support system because not many people do. So,
No, I'm very thankful for my relationship and my adult life with like my family and stuff.
well, was there, so we talk about what I just found out because I was doing some deep research because I had to about you. You never told me this, but you studied at the Salon Professional Academy in Melbourne.
I did, I
You want to talk
did.
about it, Diva?
I mean, it was a cute period of time that I thought I would really pursue cosmetology. I mean, I guess in a way I do with drag. But yeah, I went to school for master barbering.
Hmm.
I picked up makeup while I was there. And it was a cute period. It just isn't something that really stuck with me. I'm not a big fan of doing hair. That's why I buy all of my hair.
I always
I'm
say
not
with like with you though, I feel like you could be a makeup artist at Sephora because I took a lot of
I
makeup
used to
tests
work
from
at
you.
Sephora. I used to work there. Yeah, I love makeup. That's really where my creativity, I feel, shines the brightest. That's my
Hmm.
favorite thing to do. So I did go to school to do hair. I just don't like doing hair.
Yeah. Hey, leave it to your mommy though. Leave it to her.
No,
Yeah.
leave it to
Yeah.
Paris. Thank you.
Yes. Well, we talk about after that. When did you meet Paris and how does that moment shift your path?
Oh my God, meeting Paris changed my life so much. It's actually really crazy to try to even look at it on like a
Hmm.
small like question, like I mean like I had like no friends before I met Paris. It's actually insane. And what's even crazier is in my drag family, I didn't actually meet Paris first. I met my drag auntie Lolita, who
Hmm.
introduced me then to Paris and Reptilian at the same time. And we all kind of just clicked instantly. Like right after me and Paris hung out, I ended up staying at her house for like a month straight. Like every single day I was at her house staying the night. We were sleeping in the same bed together, sharing clothes. Like we were just pretty much inseparable. And
Yes.
that was like something I craved the most getting into drag was friendship. I literally, like I said, like I lived kind of a crazy life. I didn't really have any friends. I was very alone living here in Melbourne, especially like being the person that I am and being, out loud and proud or
Hmm.
whatever the kids are saying these days. I really craved friendship, and Paris gave me that and then some for sure.
Well, now your family's all spread out all over the map.
I know, but it gives me a good
Yeah,
reason to travel.
that part. Travel for drag. There it is.
Travel for drag.
So so what was the first time in drag like? Do you remember what you wore and what
Oh
you
my God,
performed
I
to?
do, I do. It was so I performed to "I'm So Hot" by Chrissy Chapaleka.
Hmm.
Chapleka, something like that. And I wore a Starfire inspired outfit. So it was this purple dress with rhinestones on the breasts and this long red wig with these ponytails that came out the side. My look was honestly really cute for my first night in drag. The
Hmm.
performance was terrible. I get such bad stage fright, and at that time it was incredibly bad.
So that look that we just saw with that Starfire, that's the recreation of the
That
very
is the
first time.
recreation of my very first time in drag.
So as you've grown, not just in your drag, but in your womanhood, what parts of your past have you had to vary and what parts have you chosen to reclaim?
I would say my biggest one is my relationship with alcohol. I would say,
Hmm.
I really used alcohol as a big way to cope for a lot of years, like a lot. And not in a cute little, I had one cup, a day. I mean, like I was drinking a bottle a day. It was ridiculous.
Yes.
And hitting the scene and being in the club and the bar so much, it's easy to fall back into that. And
Hmm.
I would say that was one of the toughest but most rewarding things to reclaim is my ability now to be sober in my free time and then have a cute night out with my girlfriend when I'm out. And then I can come home and it's not anything crazy. I would say that was the hardest, most rewarding thing. It's just kind of that battle of how fucked up is too fucked up.
Well, we rep for that because being sober is a hard fucking journey.
It's a hard journey, and everyone's journey is a little bit different.
And I will say, so after all of the stages, the scars, and all of the slays, what does being a drag artist mean to you now?
I think being a drag artist means being authentically yourself, being
Yes.
being unafraid to express yourself in a way that you may be judged for, you may be looked at crazy for, people may think you're weird. I think being a drag artist is showing people that it's okay to be you. It's okay
Yeah.
to exist and take up space. You don't have to apologize for being a human with your own wants and creative outlooks. It's okay to be a person, exist, be here.
Be yourself. That's always what I take.
Hmm.
So, if you had to see little Sapphire right sitting in front of you right now, watching this interview from the shadows, what truth could you offer her and what fire could you give her to carry?
That's another really good question. I should have read these. I should have read the list. I would say, I would say my biggest thing I would say to younger me is you're worth more than you think.
Yes.
I think that I struggled a lot with self-worth and self-value, and that put me in a lot of tricky situations when I
Hmm.
really shouldn't have been, nor did I deserve to be in. And I just wish I knew my actual value. I wish I knew the value that I see myself at today when I was at a younger age.
Yeah. Well, now you have grown, but I want to talk about something that might link on to the future because I know we talk about this in secret all the time.
All
But
the time.
before we close the portal, I have to ask the forbidden question. Would you ever step into the blood-soaked arena of Dracula or Sissy all the way to RuPaul's Drag Race?
Okay. I'm like Dragula, I love the Dragula girls.
Hmm.
Obviously I do have one in my family that I love and I love hearing her stories about it. And It's something I wish I could do, but baby, I'm afraid of fucking everything. Like, I'm really the biggest baby on this
You're
planet.
afraid of those exterminations.
Every time I see an extermination, I'm like, no, there's no way. Like, count
Yeah.
me the fuck out. Like, you remember when Madeline was like, fuck the big picture, Clint? Like, actually,
Yes.
fuck the big picture, Clint. I'm not doing this. Like, you want me to pierce myself, get tattooed, jump out of things, like touch bugs? I'm not feeling it. I'm not. I
So
feel like I
instead,
would be
she's more of the lip sync girly with Drag Race.
I
Yeah.
I would love to one day be able to put my personality onto the big screen of RuPaul's Drag Race. I would absolutely love that. I would love Dragula too, but just know, baby, I'm having a meltdown. Several.
Hey, if we ever get on together, I'll be like, "There's my buddy. I remember her from
Dang.
Florida."
Oh my God, that Connecticut, like from season, what was it, 15 with Connecticut?
hmm It's. I feel like it's probably gonna be that moment this season if the rumors are true.
Yeah, no, clock it.
So we've opened portals, summoned memories, and danced with your shadows. But there's one empire we haven't talked about yet. The one with blood in its bricks. The one built on eyeliner, legacy, and love. And I'm talking about House of Mystic Entertainment. Or is it still the same name right now?
Yeah, House Mystic Entertainment.
A house that didn't just rise, it resurrected thanks to your mother, the legend herself, Paris Cyte. And now she's off casting spells and designing wigs for me in another fucking city, and I gotta pay shipping fees.
Yeah, clock
Yeah.
it. Me.
So let's talk about what it means to be the keeper of the flame and start at the roots. How did House of Mystic Entertainment first come to life, and what role did Paris play in conjuring into existence?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the full extent of how it started. I came in after it was already entertainment company. From what I've really gathered is Paris is was the owner with another one of our close friends that they kind of set us up with venues and would give us opportunities.
Mhm.
I kind of came in more as a manager. I had a lot of connections being from Melbourne and being a local here. But I don't really know the full extent of how it created. All I know is Paris was, the leader of the pack.
I mean, she told me when I interviewed her, she wanted to do something with, I think, Lolita and Reptilian.
It was something like that. I know that Lolita, Reptilian, and Paris were the original like three queens to be a part of it. I do believe that Roxy and Scarlet were also a part of the original grouping.
Yeah,
Again, I'm not 100% sure, honestly.
it's years ago. It's years
It's
ago.
it's history, mama. It's history.
So what was it like growing up or glowing up under Parasite's wings in drag?
It was very interesting. I feel like Paris really helped me out in the ways that I feel like a lot of drag mothers don't
hmm
typically help out, and I mean in the sense of actual having a relationship.
Yeah.
When I came into the scene, I made it pretty clear like I want to do my own thing. Like I don't want somebody that, I don't want to be one of those girls that has to get dressed, has to be put in makeup, has to be put in the wig. Like I want to be able to do those things. And Paris knew, respected, and understood that. So it's like when we practice, like it's not like she would do my mug. We would do a mug next to each other and give
Yeah.
tips and tricks and share product. And really, she was there for me mentally and emotionally. And she really genuinely cared about me as a person, which I hadn't experienced too much before her. And so being her drag kid was really one of the best things ever. Like it was truly like having a mother figure.
And we go into now that she's moved and left the house in your hands, what was that moment like for you?
It was definitely a little difficult, the acceptance of like, oh, your best friend is moving states and states away.
hmm
But it felt correct, like her chapter here had ended and mine isn't quite finished yet. So it just kind of made sense.
I mean, but you're carrying the legacy and you're probably making her proud over there.
I am. I am.
Well, what does it mean to lead it now and not just perform, but mentor, organize, and carry the weight of that legacy?
It means a lot, especially again, being from here, there's not a lot of queer spaces. And the fact that I'm able to barge my ass into these places and be like, no, like, I deserve a spot too. It
Hmm.
means a lot. It means a lot. I definitely feel that role model aspect when I'm in my city. When I do my shows here, I have people come to me all the time thanking me that I'm doing things like this and giving community spotlight, you know? And sometimes it's difficult because, I don't always feel the support from people that I think I should be getting supported by, but
Hmm.
the love always outweighs the hate, if that makes sense. So
Well, even though that I can't be there because you know how far that shit is away, I'm still supporting you on the sidelines, babe.
I love you.
So we talk about the biggest challenge since Paris stepped back, but where do you want the house to go next? Like, what's the dream, the future, the next chapter in the haunted entertainment company?
I mean, the dream of stardom, really. Like, I want my whole house to be on TV. It's whether it's Dragula, Drag Race, whatever it is. I want us to all be stars. Like, that's why I
Mhm.
keep doing it. That's why I keep wanting to be seen. That's why I snapped back out of my hiatus and I was like, no, I need to post more. I need to go out more. I need to be seen more. Like, it's just stardom.
Yeah. It takes time to get to TV, but I believe about all of y'all could do that.
Maybe a little.
Yeah, maybe a little. Okay, so we've got history and we've got tea. We get into all of that. But I know me and you always like to throw shade in the clubs. Are you ready for a shady game?
Of course. Of course.
And I like to call it Shade in the Shadows.
Okay, okay.
So it's time to throw hands, but make it funny, flirty, and just petty enough to keep it cute. Rules are simple. I'm gonna say a name, someone we both know and love, and you give us one shady, spicy, or scandalous thought about them. Could be a roast, a read, a memory, a confession. Just be honest. And keep it funny, because I know you. I know how me and you be. Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Okay, you ready? Jordan Jade.
LOL. You know what's so funny? In my, hang on, I should have it literally right here. I keep this in my makeup station because this is probably one of the cuntiest things anyone's ever given me. But their obituary of them in drag, I keep this at my makeup station. I'm in love with them. They are, in my opinion, one of the cuntiest drag queens like
Yes.
in the scene right now. Like, period. Like makeup goals, hair goals. I would kill for a wig from them, like would literally kill. Like would like skin. Like I want
Yeah.
the wig. I
I,
want it.
I
I
love
love
Jordan. I
I
love
love them.
her.
We always have such a time when we're together. I remember one time we got so drunk and we were outside of Savoy smoking a bowl and we both got up and like peed peed together and as we're walking back from peeing both of us at the same time like busted our ass. Like I mean pleasers in the air. No, I love them. They are my drunk buddy. I love seeing them. They are again, I think one of the cuntiest girls in drag, like in the Florida scene right now.
I will say I love when me, you, and Jordan are together because I'm just like, now I finally have alternative sisters while y'all go sit and play on Wednesdays with your glamour right over there.
I want to come perform with y'all on Wednesdays. That seems like so much fun.
Well, I will tell you something. I'm not gonna say it on the interview, but I will tell you something after the interview.
Okay, okay, okay. Secret. Got a secret. Can you keep it?
So, Kalia,
Ah, my
my sister.
baby. Kalia is one of the most insane people I've had the privilege of meeting. Truly one of the most down bitches ever. I mean, her friendship, the way we met was kind of crazy. Not like really, but it was like a whole like I used to do a talent competition here in Melbourne, and the owner
Mhm.
of the bar got mad that I thought Kalia should win. That was pretty much our first interaction meeting was me being like, why is she not the winner? But no, I love Cleo, one of the most insane people, a very lively performer. I don't really have anything shady to say about these people so far. I really do love these girls, both
I
of them
will
so far.
I will say she makes me laugh every time I see her. So,
No, every time she's a key. She's an absolute key.
and that's what I miss about you is having you at Treehouse because me, you, and Tree would smoke all the fucking time.
I will definitely be out there to support soon.
Well, mentioning someone who I like to call my biggest sister, but I kind of treat her as like a drag child to my drag mommy, even though I
Yeah.
don't she doesn't claim me. Mystery Hugga.
Oh my God, I love, love, love Mystery. Mystery is one of those girls that I think doesn't get the amount of respect that she deserves, if that makes sense. She really cares about people
Hmm.
in a way that I feel like is almost lost in the drag scene. Like she really is like I said, one of those people that doesn't mind people taking up space, doesn't mind people existing. She puts on for the underdogs, for the less represented. She gives new entertainers a spot to perform. She's really one of those girls that she is there for the community, and I don't think that she's nearly respected as much as she should be.
I will say, ever since I became part of the family, she has been helping me revamp my journey, and without her, I wouldn't have Savoy, and I wouldn't be able to perform
She
every Thursday
she gave
either.
me an opportunity my second and third time ever performing to come and perform at a mannequins with Allegra, my some other one of my other drag friends that I don't really talk to anymore. But she gave me an opportunity very early into my career when she really did not have to. And, she continued to do so even after that with like Misfits or my recent booking that she gave me at Mannequins. I love and adore her.
Yes. Well, we have up next one of my very good friends, Addie Love.
Oh my God, Addie, like every time I can't help but to smile when I see them. They're one of those people. Like their warmth like radiates off of them. They're like
Yes.
I feel like when I see people, I see colors, if that makes sense. And when I see Addie, she radiates like yellow energy to me. And I just feel like yellow is such like a pure and loving color. I just absolutely love like one of the sweetest girls to like ever grace this scene, honestly.
You'll never know a performance without her using a dildo or cum. I'll say
Clock it, clock
that.
it.
But I will say, one of my very good friends, but she's also not only a good friend to me, a good friend to you, but she is a fucking icon, a trans icon, and let me stamp it because it's Carbon.
Ah, my baby. Carbon is one of those girls that their presence and them they mean more to me in every aspect of just them as a person, like completely outside of the drag world. On like a personal level, they mean the world. There was I will share a story about them actually. The first time, not the first time I've ever met them, but I actually think the second time. Literally the second time I ever met them, I got left at the club and had nowhere to go, no ride home, had nothing. And
Hmm.
she like picked me up, like put me under her wing and like hung out with me the whole night, got drinks with me, drove me back to her house, let me stay the night with her in Jackson, fed me pizza, smoked me out. Like, really, one of the most selfless, like, things someone's ever really done to me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I absolutely like I love her completely outside of drag world. Like I as a person, like she has my heart. She really, really does.
Well, this is basically some of our group of friends right here.
It really is. It really is.
Okay, so we have someone in Tampa. Let's go all the way to Tampa for this one. Apollo Infinity.
Apollo is an icon. Apollo is another one of those entertainers that put on for new entertainers, really helps sprout a lot of drag careers, one of mine included, and even Paris, Paris
Hmm.
doing Drag Me to Hell. Apollo is one of those people that, again, I feel like does not get the respect he deserves. He's also, in my opinion, like, I think that Apollo has the best chance of being like the first drag king on Drag Race. Like I
I can
am
see
obsessed with their
it.
aesthetic. I'm obsessed with their personality. They really are a trendsetter and a trailblazer in every way like imaginable of the words.
I mean, they announced it. They started last year, but they announce it every year. They're like, rumored Apollo Infinity on Drag Race.
Rumored,
And I'm
rumored,
like,
rumored. Put
I'm like,
Apollo on. We want Apollo.
well, I have two more. You ready for the last two?
Yeah, let's go.
So this is also another alternative sister of ours, Beatrix Oddity.
Beatrix is so hot. Like, just period, end of statement. I have a crush on Beatrix in and out of drag, halfway in drag, wig cap on. No, they're also an absolute sweetheart, a really good friend of mine. I love running into them at the club, even though they get me to drink tequila, and I should not be drinking no tequila. They bring that girl out of me so fast. I'm like, you know what? Let's have a little tequila tonight. No, I love Beatrix. Their artistry is top notch.
Yes. Well, one of my Savoy sisters, actually, the last one is Vivica Vendetta.
Another, you picked a bunch of sweethearts. You picked a bunch of people like I couldn't shade if I wanted to. Like another absolute sweetheart. Met them at Savoy. Very lovely every time I see them. Again, another one of those people that I see and I can't help but smile. Like they
Mhm.
are just they're an absolute just they're just a little cutie pie. I love them.
Well, that has been Shade in the Shadows.
Not too much shade this time. Look at me being a good girl.
Well, Sapphira, my underworld sister, I want to say thank you. Thank you for opening your heart,
Thank
for
you for
letting us
having me. This was
see
so
the fight.
fun.
Yes, I got let me finish this because I've wrote a lot for you when I wrote this comment.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
For letting us see the fire behind the face, reminding us all that beauty isn't what we paint on, it's what we survive. You are strength and stiletto, softness and chaos, and truly one of the kindest souls and one of my very closest friends that I've ever had the privilege to know. In this world, this scene, this hell is brighter because you're more divine, and I love you for living in it with me. I love
I
you.
love you. Oh my God, that is you're the cutest ever. I love you so much. I love you. No, thank you so
Like
much
I
for
told
having
you,
me.
I was like, I gotta get Sapphire on a podcast, like probably season two.
It's
Because I remember we
my
kept talking about
turn.
it. Yes.
It's my turn. No, thank you so much for having me. This was such a joy. I love you. I love talking to you. I love seeing you. I will definitely be out this week since it's my birthday coming up. So, well, wait, not
What
this
day are you
week.
going out? Wednesday or
Well, maybe
Thursday?
this week. Well, maybe this week. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday. One of those days, if not next week for sure. My birthday's on Wednesday. So,
I'll see you either one.
either one. Either one.
Now, Sapphire, can you tell my spooky fans, which are now your spooky fans as well, where they can follow you? Because I know they're gonna want more after tonight.
Yeah, my Instagram is at Sapphira SAPPHIRAHXO. My Twitter is at the same thing, Sapphira XO, and then my Facebook is Enchantress Sapphira.
And the spooky fans, if you want to follow my girl Sapphire over there, you can check out the links in the description down below. But my beautiful demons, my spooky fans, that is it for tonight's Unholy Encounters. Thank you again to the dazzling, demonic, and deeply divine Enchantress Sapphira.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. Stay spooky.